Alright guys, you know what time it is? Meme review! Yes, I'm going to go over the best constipation memes I have seen on the internet. These are memes that you guys posted to me, I've seen myself, and other patients have let me know. So guys, let's have some fun, and let's learn stuff about constipation, and let's talk about it. Howdy y'all, Dr. Samir here, aka your poop guru, trying to give you the best tips and tricks to help out with your health. If you haven't already, don't forget to smash that like button. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't, for goodness sake, subscribe to my weekly newsletter where you can get a whole bunch of great tips and tricks to help out with your gut. Here's a link right here. Alright, let's dive into these constipation memes. I am fine, everything is fine. So constipation is very common. A lot of people have this, but the difficulty is when you have chronic constipation. So there's three main causes. One is slow transit constipation, where in essence, nothing is moving. It is very difficult to treat this medically. The second cause is irritable bowel syndrome, a very common condition where you have pain as the most predominant symptom, and that pain also has constipation with that. We do have medical treatments for that. And then thirdly, and this is a reason why a lot of people have constipation, is pelvic floor dysfunction. And what this literally means, yes, literally, is that your butt is too tight. Yes, you are anally retentive. So normally when we have a bowel movement, your rectum, this is your rectum here, okay? Just bear with me here. Your rectum pushes down and these muscles right here open up and things pass through. Plop! You have a bowel movement. But if you have pelvic floor dysfunction, no matter how much you strain and push, these muscles are not moving until eventually it just kind of pops open. And so you just cannot use the restroom. Very common reason why you're having constipation, especially if you don't respond to laxatives, maybe over-the-counter treatments, maybe medical therapy as well. Each of the three different types of constipation has a way for us to determine if you have that. For some people it's imaging, sometimes it's colonoscopy, sometimes it's an anal rectal manometry, which is actually where we place a balloon in your bottom. Yes, I'm actually telling you, we're going to place a balloon in your bottom. Measure the pressure. We see if the pressure in the rectum is too tight or it's too loose. These three modalities can be used as a complementary approach to help out with your constipation. So if you're like this guy, just gritting your teeth, trying to use the restroom, come see one of us. We can help you out with that. One does not simply say, go. Oh yes, I love this one. So you're right. It is hard to make your body to use the restroom, but one of the more common reasons people have constipation is that their body gets used to not going. So one of the things we advocate as a GI doctor is when you feel the urge to go, actually make the physical movement to use the restroom. Your body responds to what your mind is telling you. And if your mind keeps on telling you, hey, don't use the restroom now, don't use the restroom now, your body will respond with that. So whenever it does feel the urge, it's gonna be like, hey man, you told me not to go. I'm not gonna go. I'm so confused. And so we want to establish very good bowel habits, which means every single day, go to the restroom in the morning, even if you don't have to go. After some time, you will eventually find the urge to use the restroom. And after some time, your body will get used to it. It'll be like, hey, I know I need to go when I actually use the restroom in the morning. And that habit will be ingrained and you can use the restroom more effectively. If you're getting great value from this video, I would appreciate a like and a comment down below. Oh, this is great. GTD, got to go. BRB, be right back. LOK, just kidding. Yes, a very common issue people have is that they just spend so much time on the toilet, having to sit there and push and strain. If you have lumpy, bumpy stools, there's a very common reason why you have that, which is the pelvic floor dysfunction. A lot of things we can use to help out with that. There are techniques that we use with our physical therapist, using a squatty potty. Yes, I'll put a link over here. This actually does work. Helps to elevate your legs, change the angle of the rectum so things can slide through a lot easier. For a lot of my patients who have this pelvic floor dysfunction, that rectum muscle is too tight, the angle is too much of an angulated angle to get things through, and this can make it more difficult for you to have a poo. So if you're sitting there, pushing, straining, struggling, consider getting tested for pelvic floor dysfunction, where we can see if this is the issue that you have. The most interesting man in the world. I don't always move my bowels, but when I do, it still feels like I need to go. So has this felt like you, or does this feel like you? A lot of people have this complaint of what's called incomplete evacuation. Things are not getting through all the way, or they still feel like something is still within their bottom. And whenever I speak to my patients and I ask them about their constipation, I don't ask them, do you go every single day? Because you can still be constipated even if you go every single day. What I mainly ask them is, do you feel like you have a good bowel movement? Are you happy? Are you cheering? Yes, it's getting out. Because if you feel like you don't have a good bowel movement, if you feel like there's still things in there, or if you feel like despite using the restroom every single day, you're not completely emptying you out, I can tell you you're having issues with constipation. And so people ask me all the time, hey, Dr. Islam, I use the restroom every single day, but why are you telling me I'm constipated? Well, even if you use the restroom every single day, you're not getting everything out. Let's say you have your stool in your rectum and you only expel out maybe 50, 60, 70%. That's still that 30% that's still in there. And that 30% is to make you feel like you haven't completely emptied everything out. Our goal when we have a bowel movement is get everything out, get it all going. And if we can get you going and get you more effective bowel habits, you're going to feel so much happier, and you won't have the sensation of incomplete evacuation. I love this. Not sure if fiber helps or makes things worse. A lot of people come to tell me, say, hey, Dr. Islam, I have tried fiber, but it sucked. It makes me bloated, distended, gassy. What is going on? So here's the issue when it comes to fiber, is that you need to go low and start slow. Your body is not used to ingesting fiber, especially if you've not had fiber for quite some time, or you don't have a lot of it. And so you can't just all of a sudden engulf all this fiber and then feel good, because it can make you bloated, it can make you distended, it can make you not feel very, very good. And so my mantra is to go low and go slow. Use a little bit, add it to your coffee or your tea in the morning, and then slowly ramp up until you can get to 25 to 30 grams per day. The biggest problem people have when it comes to fiber is taking too much, and that too much fiber can cause a lot of bloating and distension to occur. Me, after finally going. The sound of music. Yes, I can tell you, and this may sound very, very weird, but those of you guys who have constipation know what I'm talking about. There's no better feeling than having a good bowel movement. Yes, and so we use a scale called the Bristol Stool Scale, which is a scale that allows us to see visually, yes, we actually have visual cues about how your bowel movements are. And if you can get to a Bristol Stool Scale 4, you got the magical poo. Yes, that is the poo that is happy, healthy, and fully formed. And that's what we want to aim for. So guys, I hope this was fun for you as it was for me. I love doing these memes. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do another meme video or any other videos. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But I thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button, like, share, and subscribe. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my weekly newsletter where you can get great tips just like this one. If you're wanting to know more about how I deal with constipation, click on this video right here.